Hey, I'm excited. I love days where sessions are just buzzing. And today, one of my favorite topics came up with a client that I want to share because it's definitely one I've used over and over and over again. And so when everything clicks, boy, I just love those days, right? We were talking about ways to connect to self, ways to connect to different parts, wounded parts, so on and so forth. And one of my favorite ways is through pause. Pause is about intentional noticing what is happening for me now in this moment. And as I've said, if I haven't said it once or twice or 10 times, I've said it probably 15,000 times, is we're really going to notice what's happening in body, right? So taking that time, even if it's a second, that crowbar, I've talked about the crowbar of mindfulness before, taking that time just to pause so that we can notice with intention what is happening. Why do we want to do that? Well, we want to see what's really going on underneath, right? So the example that I used this morning with the client, which I kind of wish I hadn't used because now I can't stop thinking about a Wendy's chicken sandwich, and I don't eat Wendy's chicken sandwiches. But that's like commercials out there. This chicken sandwich, that chicken sandwich. But anyway, so the example is a Wendy's chicken sandwich. If I want a Wendy's chicken sandwich, for whatever the reason, makes no difference, and it's potentially not aligned with everything else going on for me, like I want to be healthier, keep my weight down, so on and so forth. If I'm not paying any attention, I'm going to have an impulse of Wendy's chicken sandwich, and next thing you know, I'm going to be eating a Wendy's chicken sandwich. God knows I have done that many times in my life. So, and let me be clear, I'm not saying don't eat a Wendy's chicken sandwich. I'm not saying Wendy's chicken sandwiches are bad. I'm not even saying there's a right and a wrong way. It's about connection to self. What do I need to do in this moment? What is aligning me in the direction I want to go? Sometimes having a Wendy's chicken sandwich is just fine. And in this moment, it's the absolute best thing for me. But what we want to do is avoid, or rather, should I say, slow down impulse action. If you looked at a video a while ago about my TRR model, trigger, response, resource, reaction, I guess it's TRRR. What we want to do is slow down, right? We want to notice what's happening. So if I want a Wendy's chicken sandwich and I just pause for a moment and I say, well, where's that coming from? Is it just my body screaming for fat and sugar? Or is it my body do I need comfort? Is it my little 3-year-old that likes to eat? And well, my 42 and 59-year-old like to eat too. But where is it coming from, right? Again, I'm not deciding whether I'm having the chicken sandwich. I'm just pausing so I can notice, so that whatever I do is authentic. It's working for me in this moment right now. And we do this with gentle curiosity. I don't sit there and beat myself up. That's a bad part. You bad. You shouldn't be eating chicken. You fat. You this. You that. No. Gentle curiosity. What's happening now? Well, yeah, you know what? I feel a little hurt about something. And yeah, you know what? I feel like I want to eat. So how else can I nurture myself? And maybe I nurture myself with a chicken sandwich, but it's conscious. It's a choice. That's okay. Right? So very gentle curiosity. We never want to damage any parts of ourselves. We don't want to annihilate any parts of ourselves. We want to integrate. Gentle curiosity. We never go to deprivation. At the end of all the pausing and gentle reflections and whatever else, at the end of the day, if I want a Wendy's chicken sandwich, I get to have a Wendy's chicken sandwich. Never deprivation. One of my favorite quotes from Janine Roth, a very dietitian, experienced author, so on and so forth, wrote a book called Feeding the Hungry Heart. A favorite quote: for every act of deprivation is an equal and opposite binge waiting to happen. Right? When we deprive, you can bet, whether you're aware of it or not, there's a rumbling of parts. There's a rumbling of feelings. There's a rumbling of impulsive action ready, just waiting to happen. So, never deprivation. If I pause, I notice, I pay attention, I might I really, really want a Wendy's chicken sandwich. I give myself permission to have the Wendy's chicken sandwich. And then eat with joy. I would rather you eat 10 Wendy's chicken sandwiches and have joy. And you pause and you notice that you're eating with joy than to go out and eat, let's see, a nice healthy salad, dressing on the side, salmon, and be miserable because you're stuck in the shoulds. I have shame about my body and eating, so I'm eating with somebody, and God forbid I should eat something ooey gooey and delicious and comfort and loving. I'm going to suffer through a salad with salmon. That isn't healthy to me. Be with who you are, right? Eat with consciousness. Have intentional noticing what's going on and enjoy that Wendy's chicken sandwich or that milkshake or whatever you're going to do. And I'm not speaking to any of the health issues out there, just saying. So one of the things that we can do also with pause, I always seem to drop a pen when I do these. I don't know what's up with it. But one of the things we can do with pause is that we can add delay. So we can sort of work with our parts. So if we're aware, that little part of me, that wounded part, that part that likes comfort food, really wants a Wendy's chicken sandwich. And I want to give myself permission to do that. Can I say, you know what? Let me hang out with this part a little bit. There's a Wendy's right here coming up on the right. And I know that there's a Wendy's a few miles down the road. So can I just say, you know what? We can absolutely have a Wendy's chicken sandwich. Total permission. We're just going to go down the road. We're just going to go down the road and we're just going to hang out. Like, what else does this part need? That I can do to maybe soothe it in another way, learn something. Maybe there's another part that I'm paying attention to, right? Maybe my wise adult self gets on board, hopefully he's already on board, but has a way of connecting. I'm pausing a little longer by delaying, not depriving, delaying. I get to the next Wendy's, and you know what? I feel relatively calm. I can maybe add another step in there, right? I can maybe wait to go to another Wendy's, or I feel okay enough, and I really am asking myself the question, is what I'm doing aligning me with where I want to go, directing me where I want to go? And I'm like, I can have the Wendy's chicken sandwich, but it's probably better health-wise if I have a grilled sandwich instead, or have a grilled piece of chicken without the bread or something. And maybe later I can go get what I want. So we build in the steps. One of the things I said to a client today is, you can absolutely go to Wendy's to get your chicken sandwich, but we can add the step of, on the way to Wendy's, stop at the grocery store. He's one of the things we're working on is healthy shopping, right? Having healthy foods in the house. So go to the grocery store. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to be curious. Like, what happens when you're there? What parts get on board to say, yeah, we'd be okay with buying some chicken and maybe cooking it up. Maybe even making a little fried chicken at home. Probably still better than a Wendy's, maybe, I don't know. But just being gentle, working with yourself. So, all this to say is bring in pause, intentional noticing, so that you can really stay as authentic as possible, as conscious as possible, so that you keep creating the life that you want for yourself. All right? And whatever you do, do with joy. Take good care. Good to see you.